LSU legend, Patriot legend, the guy that made me fall in love with LSU football, Mr. Kevin Faulk. K-Faulk, what's up, brother? How we doing?
Ain't nothing at all, Jacob. How y'all doing this morning?
Well, we just had a bad idea of during the break, Flynn and I, because we're 40, you're getting old. We ran up and down the stairs here in this building. It's a 4-story building. So we went all the way up, all the way down, all the way back up. And, my breast's a little short, Kevin. That's what I just did.
Nah, it's not the breath. It's what's going to happen later on, like tomorrow when your knees, your back is going to be like, what the hell were y'all doing?
Yeah, Kevin, we got done, and I was like, Jacob, what? I mean, it's 4 stories here. I mean, it's like a mountain. I was like, Jacob, why am both of my Achilles hurt so bad right now?
Even thinking about walking that right now.
Oh, man, Kevin, like I said, man, it's always a pleasure to kind of catch up with you. And obviously we could sit here and we could talk old LSU stories, which, as you know, we'll probably find a way to get there. But I wanted to have you on because, look, you're going to be kind of giving back and working with youth, different ages, high school guys, college guys, pro guys that are trying to stay ready, get ready for the season. And just want to have you on because that is something that, man, I know if I would have had the opportunity to do that when I was growing up, I certainly would have taken full advantage. So kind of tell everyone what you've got going on and kind of what's coming up for you.
Well, yesterday I just announced that I was going to be working with Elite Training Academy with their pros off-season program. It's something that, was in the works for a little while. I started working with Clyde EdwardsHelaire over there, and I love the facility, the setup, the guys, the atmosphere there. It was a professional type atmosphere. And when Greg approached me about coming and training for the summer, I was like, why not? Stay in touch with the kids, shoot some of the knowledge that I have to them, and answer any questions that they have about, the game of football, or after football, just what to expect.
Yeah, that's one of those things, and I'm glad you mentioned it there, Kevin. Like, all those things kind of rolled into one. Is like what to expect during football, what to expect like right before you make the big jump, and also like what to expect after it's done. I mean, you and I have talked about that before. We worked our whole lives to get to that point, and one day that, whatever that is, will be over. And it's like, well, you got to go find something to do. You got to go, be in the community, and that's not something that we've ever really done because if you don't do it like we're talking about to get ready for it, it's not going to be enough. So you have to do it that way. But then it's like there's this transition period that a lot of us kind of get lost if you don't have a plan.
Most of us get lost.
Yeah.
Because it's tough. I don't care if you play 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10, 15 years. You're going to have that transition is going to happen to you. And like you said, if you don't have a plan in order and set for you, it's going to be tough for you to, to get back on your feet to understand that life is a lot different than on the football field.
So, Kevin, kind of, talk about maybe your relationship with Clyde. That is something, and Clyde and I, great friends, man, one of the best human beings. But, like, he's in a great period right now where he's getting an opportunity to play for his home state team and play for the New Orleans Saints there with an opportunity in a roster where he can go out there and kind of change the path of his career.
Right. That's definitely a positive for Clyde in his situation and everything. But the relationship with Clyde was built when I first got there as director of player personnel. One of the first things Clyde asked me, man, I need help with my pass protection. And I just lit up. I'm like, wow, okay. Yep. That's what I'm talking about, okay. And we got to work. And, well, like I know, playing in the league, none of us get taught how to pass protect.
Right.
Not at a young age. Yeah, they tell us to go cut that guy.
Right.
Go cut that guy and get it over. Well, when you get to the league, that's not cutting anymore. You can't cut. They don't want you to cut. So we got to work, and he really got good at it. And like I told him, I had the opportunity to watch Clyde play his whole senior year because for some odd reason, we seemed to play the team that Clyde had played the week before after them.
Yeah.
And I got a chance to see all of his film. And I was amazed at like how compact he was as a running back, his balance, his contact balance, and everything.
Yeah, Kevin. So I just want like the listeners to know, like I've had the privilege of being around you quite a bit. You've been around the program a long time, and I can tell everybody like firsthand, like you're one of the most like selfless, humble, such not a me person. You're all about making a difference with the people around you. And like, that's what I respect so much about you. Like this truly one of like the legends of LSU, a great ambassador for the school. So like, tell us right now, I know you've been working with the school. Like what is your like current role within LSU with the players, the current players right now, or where you've what you've kind of been doing with the team in the past couple of years?
Well, not with the team. I work for administration right now.
Mm-hmm.
I do a lot of speaking engagements, go to a lot of events. Every year I go to the Touchdown Club in New Orleans and speak at the beginning of the year and talk about the season and upcoming expectations for the team and everything. Things like that, but also do a little bit of training outside of that. I actually just pulled up to a high school 7-on-7 that I'm coming to watch right now. Trying to stay involved with it, trying to stay involved with the kids, the community, and everything, like Jacob said.
Yeah, can you imagine being the high school football team and you got Kevin Faulk just rolling up to help us out, dude? What an incredible journey, man. It's awesome.
Yeah, I would. I wish
they probably don't even know, though, right? They probably take it for granted, right? For sure.
Nah, not some of them, not everybody.
Yeah,
not everybody.
right.
Oh, man. Kevin, I do want to ask you, so for LSU this year, and I'm not even trying to get into like names and high school recruiting profiles and all of that, but like in their running back room this year, it is going to be a true sophomore, and it's going to be a couple of true freshmen that get leaned on, get counted on. And I always tell people, like, running back is a position that you can transition very quickly, and you can go from high school to the college ranks, and if you can run the football, you can run the football. Now, if you can't, you can't. I don't care how big, I don't care how fast, I don't care how pretty you look in your uniform. If you can't read a zone run or a gap scheme run, you're not going to find a way onto the field. But Caden Durham certainly did that a year ago. But when you have like young players like that, all right, at that position, because you've coached the position at the collegiate level, like what's the one thing like you try to make sure that a young running back room, like what's the one thing that you have to make sure is covered, because you don't have a Josh Williams anymore who's like this fifth-year senior in every pressure situation. Well, number 18 was going to go in there last year. Well, Josh has moved on. You don't really have that. So, like, what would be the thing that you think, all right, when you got a young running back room, this is what you got to make sure is taken care of?
I don't think there's anything dealing with on the field. I think it's off the field. Make sure that their confidence is there, that they're confident that they can get the job done. And if they have that confidence in themselves, they're going to be okay on the football field. But you can't take that confidence away from them.
One of those things that probably now it's changed. Okay, so all three of us know this: pass protection. It's changed. Like back when we had Jimbo on yesterday, K-Faulk. Like Jimbo was like, no, we're cross keying everything, we're scanning. Like we are not going to make this easy for you. Like in today's offenses, you can play a younger running back because a lot of times you either free release or you're like checking Will Backer and getting out. Like that helps the calls because you don't have to worry about a freshman not knowing who he's blocking and protecting the biggest asset, which is the quarterback.
Man, when Joe Brady came to LSU and Joe Brady implemented that style of offense, I was like amazed.
Yeah.
And like the back can get out.
Right.
Now, sometimes there is times to where you get caught, but it ain't often if you have a guy that's back there. I mean, I'm talking about the quarterback that understands the scheme and he gets you out of it.
Don't give the quarterbacks too much credit.
I mean, we got to get
Kevin.
all the credit, guys.
Well, yeah,
Running
they
backs.
have to.
No, like there is such a huge difference playing at quarterback when you're back there. Like the confidence level you have when you have a running back there that you can absolutely trust, as opposed to somebody that you're like, okay, this guy's batting 500 right now on pass protection, on either knowing his assignment, knowing who he's keying off of, or when it comes down to it, if you can make the block,
right,
or at least throw a little bit and give the quarterback a path, right? Give him something to look at, give him something to react to.
Yeah.
So, that to me, when I look at running backs, all running backs at LSU are going to be talented. They're going to be big, fast, strong. They're going to be able to cut. It's the vision you talked about, but being able to understand, especially with a quarterback like Nussmeier. And so, what a breath of fresh air Caden Durham was last year coming in and being able to, give us that extra juice running the ball. But I'm hoping that as he gets older, going into his second year now, can take that next step with the pass protection, just becoming that all-around trustworthy back that we can rely on. So, like, Kevin, what's watching Durham last year come in and play? Like, give me your thoughts on him. How do you see his career kind of progressing this year in year number 2?
Year 1, he did an amazing job of just waiting his turn, not pressing, and when the opportunity came, he took advantage of it thoroughly. I think with the pass protection for him, I think we're in good shape. Just seeing him in a couple of situations that he had last year, the technique could have been better, but at the same time, how much are they working on it?
Yeah.
Because from my understanding, there's a lot of teamwork being done, and to see what I've seen from him so far in the pass protection, I think he's ahead of the game, and I think going forward he's going to be good because it seems like he's the type of guy that wants to learn.
All right, there he is, LSU legend Kevin Faulk, man. Can't wait to see him there training at Elite Training Academy, Burbank and Lee in Baton Rouge, man. And, look, if we could put somebody in that facility to go and mentor running backs, it is Kevin Faulk. So, man, excited to have you on the squad. Look forward to it, and always appreciate our conversations, man.
Always, man. Thank you. I appreciate it.